I just.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
My name is Tawanda. I'm the founder of an organization called Baobab Venture. I'm here to pitch to you for £10,000 to do a feasibility study for a project that we want to set up. The idea is to set up a business incubation where we provide business support to refugee communities, but that will house a number of aspects in terms of support. And what we want to provide is support for them to set up businesses, to reduce underemployment, not just unemployment, but underemployment, and to train up for them to become mentors for other people within the community. The idea is to provide support, but by providing this support, there will be an agreement that we create a time bank, in that when we provide the support, if we provide somebody with 30 hours support, they will give mentoring 50% of the time that we provided. So we create a pool of mentors who are going to support so that the project can become sustainable, and the experience that the people have is shared with others. So the idea is to build the confidence of them, and at the same time provide the service where there's qualification accreditation, so that people have a better understanding of people's qualifications. And at the same time, the mentors, because it's not just volunteering for the sake of volunteering, we want to give it value in that they are mentoring others and sharing their expertise. So that's me. I forgot to talk about myself.
I've got a question about the mentors through the time banking scheme.
Yeah.
Can anyone who's been helped become a mentor? In fact, is that a requirement?
It will be a requirement that it will be part of the process.
And will they get some training for that? Or is
Yes,
there
yeah,
quality
we're going to, I forgot to say. We were going to provide training for the mentors so that they actually have the qualification to do that. So it's part of the agreement that them receiving the support, they will receive training as well in the process.
Great, thank you.
How many hours support were you talking about giving each?
It's very difficult to give. It's based on each individual, because the needs are completely different, because there are language barriers, there are cultural barriers, so we need to have an understanding of all those issues, and some of them have to be addressed as we build. So it's building a relationship with that individual, so they get tailor-made support. It's not just generic where it's standardized and they get the support. It needs to take into account where they're coming from and their background, so that it's more beneficial that way.
Have you got any numbers in mind of how many you're going to be able to support with 10,000?
The 10,000 is more to start off the project and feasibility studies, not actually to provide the support.
Do you have a rough estimate, for example, of, you mentioned the £10,000 only for feasibility, but sort of the provision of the support, how much it would be, maybe beneficiary?
In terms of the beneficiaries, one of the key challenges is a lot of them don't have minimum wage paying jobs, and it's very difficult to charge them to receive the support. So even though they are service providers, I think it's not us provide, it's how we link in with the services or the support that's already out there. So we're building into that, linking into that support. And some of it is sort of pre-start support before they actually access support from organizations like Business Link.
I may have missed it, but whereabouts is it?
Northamptonshire.
So do you know potentially how many people are?
In terms of refugee communities, I think it's about, would say, 3% of the population.
Sorry?
3% of the population.
Is this the first project that your organisation is undertaking, or do you have any sort of previous links or projects, especially around sort of the BME and refugee communities?
Yeah, we've worked on 2 other projects where we've provided support to BME startup organizations in terms of voluntary organizations, providing support to communities that were looking to set up community organizations. Can I run away now?
I think the last question was getting at this point, but you need to do more to establish your own credibility up front, your track record and experience and that kind of thing. This business model is one where I think you need to be very conscious of the cost of doing nothing.
Yeah.
Essentially, your proposition is both these people, that your particular target group, need help, but if they don't get help onto a ladder of setting up their own business or something, then the state is going to pick up big costs. So you need to do a bit more thinking about who would pick up these costs if your service didn't exist, and then talk to them about supporting this project.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the self-help nature and the sort of the revolving wheel, if you like, so that your first lot of mentors mentor a group who then themselves undertake to pay back through providing mentoring. That is, that has an element of sustainability in it. But for each cohort, you're going to need to put in the training and that kind of thing. So there's an ongoing investment requirement. And that should be picked up by the people who will otherwise be picking up